Come on. All right, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Anthony Diori. Welcome back to another episode of Around the Wiffle Horn. This is the United Wiffle edition. This is episode 3 in our continuing series of bringing on the different teams that will be playing with us this October at the NCT in York, Pennsylvania. And without further ado, let's bring on our next guest, MAW's own, the Juggernauts. Fellas, welcome to the show.
Thank you for here. Love to talk with.
Hell yeah. Red, congratulations on your Earl Yard League Championship yesterday.
Fuck Earl.
Yeah. Facts.
Thank you for playing on the really hot field. I got a little sunburn on my calves, but it was worth it. It was a really good game.
I was going to ask you how they felt.
It felt good. It was worth it because you know what? It was a really good game to watch, and we did a really good job with the feed, so it was worth it. It was fine. I don't really care as much as Rob does, but Rob just wants to sit in his car and, in his AC and be selfish.
Yeah, sorry I had to bully you guys a little bit, but there's no way you're putting me over there.
Nah. Well, you know what? We weren't clear in the beginning about setting that as a rule. So, I told Rob, if I was playing, I would be kind of bummed too. I'm like, you didn't tell me this is where we're going to finish up. If I knew this is where we're going to finish up, maybe I wouldn't have been, whatever about it.
I would have been picking the other side the whole time.
Exactly. Yeah, because you want to get used to it. You know what? Sorry, we'll get Ben and Tim here in a second. I don't want to say one more thing. I was surprised that teams weren't picking the other side because I would think more teams want the wind blowing out, but it seemed like all the good teams were picking the wind blowing in. So maybe I'll make a note of that next time I pick fields.
I don't want to give up little easy pop fly home runs. Like I don't want someone barely hitting one and then it going out. Like if I want a home run, I want you to hit a true home run against me. Like I'm not letting up any cheap shit.
That's fair. Tim, you played in that event yesterday too. I saw a lot of your games were on that side of the field. Ben, unfortunately, couldn't make it. We'll see you next week at yard number 2. Tim, what'd you think about yesterday's event?
It was pretty fucking fun. We started off pretty slow though. And honestly, we were just like, fuck it. We played yesterday. If we lose, we get to go home. And when we started doing that, we started to win. And then it seems like the game we really wanted to beat Earl is the game we lost. So once we really wanted to win, we wound up losing. So, but it was a fun day, real hot, but I love that shit. So
yeah, it was definitely not cold yesterday. It was a little breezy though, at least. So I thought that was at least manageable. So that was good. Ben, your team unfortunately did not have a great performance yesterday, but I'm sure 10 Run Rule is looking to rebound next week. Your thoughts on Yard League?
Yeah, we're going to be back, going to bounce back from the 0-3 deficit, but I'm excited, dude. After the Coop tournament, really excited for Yard.
No doubt. The passion on the field yesterday was fantastic. I mean, 25 teams in general showed up. A lot of new guys. With some of you guys had met that Jose Marte guy from the Outsiders, but he played in MAW. His buddies were really good. Four Loco came down. They were really cool and pretty good. We had these new guys that came down. They walked off on Rob in the end of pool play. That was sick. Enjoyed that.
That was sick. Yeah. I mean, and the Outsiders beat the Meats in playoffs.
Dude, it was a wild day yesterday. I mean, if you would have told me that, no offense to you guys, if you told me it would have been Earl Widows in the final, I would have been like, that's interesting. But hey, shows the parity. All right, that's enough yard talk. Let's get to while we're here. We're here to talk fast pitch wiffle ball. You guys play together in MAW, and you are also playing in this October's United Wiffles NCT at York Revolution Stadium. First, we'll start with Ben. When you first heard that Wiffle was a thing, what were your first reactions?
Obviously immediately excited. Firstly, not having to travel down all the way to Texas, that's sick. It's like an hour from where I'm living now, so that's definitely awesome. Also, the fields are so sick, dude. So sick. I'm mad excited. It's gonna be fun.
Nice. Yeah, I think everyone's really excited that we're playing at like a real field in a real baseball stadium. It's going to be super nice. Tim, we had you on the live show a few weeks ago, or actually, I guess almost a month ago now. Anything else that's changed for your excitement for Wiff?
I mean, not really. I'm really still excited to get on that field. Like Stant said, it's going to be fucking beautiful. Hopefully I can take some videos and shit and make it go viral because I think people will want to see that. But now I'm seeing some teams joining, like old team 603, like a lot of new teams joining. Just looking forward to meeting and playing people that I haven't yet. So it's crazy though. This season's like just starting. Like it's weird, but
I know it is a weird concept if you think about us starting our wiffle ball season in the middle of. Well, you guys played MAW at the end of June, but still, like most of us would be starting end of April. And now we're going to get into this high flying where we play pretty much every week up until the end of August. and then MAW continues into September, right into UWiffle in October, and then Gaul, obviously. But it's sick. It's just like nonstop whiffs. And Red, you're also playing in both of these leagues, so you also was on, I believe, on the show for UWiffle, if I remember. Maybe not. You were. Yeah. It's been a long time, a lot of things. You should see what happened on this table over the weekend. I'm using the record now, so my brain is slowly shot. Your reaction to UWiffle, and what are you really looking most forward to when it comes to the NCT?
I was like everyone else says. I was extremely excited once I saw the group of people who was behind it, like the panel of you guys, whatever you guys call yourselves. I knew we were in good.
Board of directors.
I know I'll be able to go there. I know the format will be perfectly fine. There's not going to be jumping brackets. It's not going to take me an hour to wrap my head around how to game plan. I know it's going to be pretty easy. I trust everyone there. And as teams and everything comes out, there's 20 teams registered already. Me and the cooks were counting off more guys who weren't registered, and we were easily up to 30 something. So I just keep getting more and more excited, and I just hope this actually goes through because the hype we have is real. And I know the Midwest guys, they got a team too, I think that's extremely exciting to see them coming out. And if anyone's watching this, you're not registered yet, set yourself a goal. Maybe you don't think you can win it, but try to get out of pool play, try to do something, get out there and play. It's going to be fun. You'll see some high level wiffle ball. If you're into that, it's going to be the place to be.
I agree 100%. I wanted to point out, actually, in the United Wiffle chat, 2 more teams registered today. BWBL, one of these NWLA teams, they signed up a team.
They're near us. They're in PA.
And then Pete Maccabee, who was on that maybe list. He's supposed to be getting a team together with Ballion and Dalby, and he's got 2 others committed from his team.
That's good.
This guy, Pete Tainton, and Dan Foster from Illinois. I don't know any of those guys.
Dan Foster, me and Stan played.
Yeah, Foster's nice.
In one of the Golden Stick Opens. We drafted him first overall, actually. He's a good player.
Well, how about that? Yeah. That's awesome to hear.
Yep, really good player, actually.
He can throw really well.
Yep.
Nice. Well, so let's talk about, now that we mentioned some other rosters, let's talk about your guys. Unlike a lot of teams, you guys are going to play together all year in MAW, and then you're going to play together at UWiffle. Red, we spoke a little bit about this at Fast Pitch Friday on Friday, why this could be a good thing. So why don't you elaborate a little bit more? Why do you think playing together all year and then also playing together at UWiff is going to be a positive for your team?
It's definitely going to be a positive because, we'll be on the same page mentally already. We make our decisions as a team. No one's got an ego to them. It's not like I have to throw this game. It's who's ever got it. The best decision I think we had was going into the semifinals versus the long balls. The field we were on, Ryan's ball wasn't working that well. Ridley sees a lot of unscuffed, so we knew that they'd probably get a beat on that. And my stuff was working, and Ryan's okay, yeah, you could take it. We all agreed. We came to a group decision, and I think that's what's going to help us a lot. We think things through, and I think that will carry, and I think it'll obviously show.
No doubt. Tim, what do you think about the fact that you guys are going to be on the same team all year and then play together at UWiffle? How is that going to help get you guys mentally prepared or physically prepared or both?
Yeah, man, that's huge. That's a big reason why we decided to play with Stant and Red too. It was up in the air. We knew Fish wasn't going to play, so it was just me, Ryan, and Connor, and we really just wanted to lean on that side, just play with the Juggernauts because we knew we'd be playing all year round, and the chemistry would just be on point come October. So, but yeah, also like Red was saying, it's a game decision, or a team decision every game. So we talk things over, think things through, and even if it doesn't work out, that just means it will work out in October. So.
Very true. Yeah, I think what's good is that at some point playing together during the summer, you're going to come across a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different situations in a game that could probably also happen in UWiffle. So it's good to know, hey, if this is going to happen, we already experienced this. Now we know if it happens in October, we know what we're going to do. Ben, what about your thoughts with playing with these guys for the whole year?
Same thing. The chemistry is going to be crazy by the time October hits, for sure. We've already been playing a year together, so that's going to be awesome. When one of us starts hitting, all of us start hitting, especially Ryan and Tim last event. It's pretty sick. But yeah, definitely going to go far in October. all this extra chemistry and all that.
Let's take a look at, so real quick, I want to take a look at some of these other teams that have signed up so far, right? So like you said, right, we have 20 teams for this event, which is sick. It's the middle of July. We already have 20 teams. We're already thinking about getting to 30, maybe even 32, which would be the biggest tournament I've ever been a part of. You've got C4, the defending champs. You got the long balls we had on last week, or also have won an MAW title so far. 603, a lot of veterans. Way Too Beautiful, Suspects, Bronx Royals, Phenoms. Let's see what other we got. The Old Bombers, Black Dog Country Club, LV Whifflers. Of any of those teams that I just mentioned, is there a specific team that worries you that you don't want to face them too early in the event because they may really put you on a different path? Anybody?
No,
I would rather a lot of those early in the day because I'd like to get to them probably before their aces, and I'd like to make them struggle through the tournament. Like if you can beat a team like C4 early, you put a lot of pressure on them to make sure they win those next games. Maybe they got to go to Steffi way earlier than expected, and that could hurt them if you play them later down the road. So, I mean, all those games, I feel like everyone's pretty much at the same tier. Right? It's just a matter of who can hit that day.
Well, it's funny. You said the same thing yesterday when we pulled your pool for a yard, that you were facing the enemy in pool play, right? And you had said that you'd rather face them then than later in the event because you can get them early. And I think you're right. There's a lot of teams that you can have that mentality. It's like, I can beat them early. And now all of a sudden they have a loss. They have to totally change their course of the day, and that could really impact them. Tim, what about you? What about some of these other teams that I've mentioned? You faced the long balls before in MAW. Way Too Beautiful, know a lot about. I'm not sure you're familiar with the Phenoms or anything, but any of those other teams that I've mentioned, any of them stick out to you as somebody you want to avoid?
I mean, not really. I want to just like play teams I haven't played yet. So I kind of want to avoid everyone I've played. So yeah, don't want to play the long balls first. I play Ty, Norris, and them a lot. I mean, it wouldn't be it's not like being scared or anything, but also like Earl, like Jordan's team, play them all the time. So I like to play teams like 603. The Whiskey Ducks, they're a new team. They seem pretty cool. Just a lot of new talent, just seeing different pitching and stuff.
Nice. Ben, same question to you. What are any of those teams? I don't know if you ever played against, like, have you played against the Las Vegas Wiffles before?
Yeah, me and Red got eliminated by them like 3 years ago, something like that. But yeah, I was gonna say I'm not really afraid or worried about any of the teams. You got to beat the best to be the best. So I mean, I'm all for playing the best early on. Like Red said, shutting them down early definitely is gonna mess up their whole mentality the whole day. You face them later down the road, that's definitely gonna be in the back of their head. But Las Vegas Whifflers definitely are a team not to be slept on, though. Those guys can mash the ball.
No, they're really good. I know that they're playing pretty much them two and maybe a family member. I know they're very kind of strict about who's on their roster, which is kind of cool. I respect that a lot.
Well, I got one more thing, Food.
Sure.
Another thing about facing those good, like the top tier teams, you face them early, you get to see that high quality pitching. You get to get those good reps too. Like it's like, all right, it's early. Like we got to bear down. And if you win that, you get so much momentum going forward. It's like, well, we just beat these guys. These guys aren't much better, if at all better and you keep going. Like if you see some low quality pitching, you'll step in the box versus Steffi and it's like, whoa, you want to see that and you want to get those same reps and just carry it through the whole tournament.
No, I think that's a really good point. But in a tournament, you want to build confidence, right? You want to feel like even if you may lose that first game, you want to feel like, hey, we have a really good foundation to build off of it, and I'm really confident about our day. Random question. Well, not really a random question. Championship game at Wiffle. Who's on the mound for the Juggernauts?
It depends. Dude, it'll be a game time decision. We'll talk it over. It could be me. Who the fuck knows? So we'll just see who's looking good, talk it over, and when the game time comes, we'll make that decision, and we're going to roll with it too. Can't look back after that, because if you have any doubt, then that shit will just hurt you. So,
and you know what? You could see every single one of us possibly throw an inning. If one person goes out there, they give their best inning. Maybe the next guy goes out, gives their best inning, comes out 5 inning. If it's 5 inning game, maybe we all throw 1 inning, and that's how we win. if that's what it has to come down to, then that's what it'll have to come down to for us.
We lost Red for a second there. Yeah, I know. I think it's a fair point. Ben, I want to ask you this question, actually. I've never seen you throw fast pitch. I've seen Red throw fast pitch, not only in yard league, but also in regular fast pitch events. I'm kidding. But Ben, you're known as a knuckle, which is this is why I mentioned the question. You're known as a knuckleball guy in yard, right? Your knuckleball is disgusting. So what do you now? It's in fast pitch. Obviously, I feel like the knuckleball might not be as effective. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what's your repertoire looking like in fast pitch? Do you use the knuckleball a lot, or do you resort to like more conventional pitches?
I mean, I definitely throw it here and there fast pitch. The issue is with like wild pitches and all that. It's not something I'm ever going to rely on when there's runners on. So I definitely rely on a lot of off speed, curveball, stuff like that. But pretty conventional riser, drop pitcher.
And I like to say Stant's one of our big time pitchers. When C4 came out, Stant took the ball and I mean he let up a home run to Packer and we lost 1-0. Like, I mean, if we had a hit, Stant, like we know we can beat those teams, and Stant could do that too.
Every single pitcher on a team can beat the biggest team for sure.
Yeah, I mean, then you're talking about giving up home runs to guys like Packers, one of the best hitters in the country. So, like, at some point, those guys are just going to have their day. It is what it is.
Yeah.
If you are going to face C4, I mean, logically, if you're going to win the championship, at some point, you're probably going to have to face C4. Let's get some insight. Let's try to break down this really good team. What is it about them that makes them so successful? 1, 2, where is their armor? Where could it be cracked? Red, let's start with you.
Beat Ty early. That's how you break them. You can't let him win the pool. You can't let Ty win 3-4 games. You just can't do it. You got to beat him.
Why is that?
You got to make him feel uncomfortable. That's honestly, I feel like every single year they go 3-0 with Ty Ty's just a dog through pool play. He'll go 3-4 games and they go pretty much unscathed. You gotta get to him in pool play.
Yeah, the tournament that happened there.
You have to make them press a little bit because they're always winning. And yeah, like I said, you got to beat them early.
I would agree with that. When Ty gets down, he gets down sometimes. And if you can keep C4 struggling a little bit, he'll definitely have a long day. Tim, what do you think? What's the chink in the armor, and what is it about C4 that makes them so successful?
Obviously, I think their bats are what make them successful. It's like, some days, like if you pitch against them and they're raking, you almost feel hopeless out there. I mean, I've seen them do that to teams too. Even when they start to come back, like you're like, uh-oh, here they come. And then by the time you know it, they have the lead. And then you're like, all right, this game's pretty much over. But yeah, I think if you get to them early, I mean, it's possible that they'd have to throw Steffi or even Norris and Ty in pool play. Then by the time playoffs come, you're going to have to use everyone again and you're not as fresh. So if you jump on them early, give them a rough time through pool play, then they might be a little chinked up in the armor for playoffs. But I mean, again, that's all theory. Like you can't sleep on Norris, especially like this dude will go out there and throw 30 innings. It doesn't matter what the speed is. Like he's hitting spots, mixing people up. So you just got to be on your A game, honestly, when you play those guys.
They're a filthy team. There's a reason they won 3 years in a row. There ain't
exactly.
Yeah, and then the success that they had in yard league is with the same core. Like they're just winners, and it's very difficult to beat winners because they know how to win. They feel like every scenario they've played in, and they can overcome it. You want to talk about chemistry, right? I mean, Kevin, Ty, as the two of them have been playing forever. Packer has played with them enough to have that good momentum now. And then Steffi. He's pitched in a number of big games. Ben, what do you think? Who's the weak link, and why are they so good?
There's not a weak link on that team, man. They all mash the shit out of the ball. Like it's nothing. Once one of them gets going, they all get going. They also definitely do well when like other teams shit talk or they're just trying to get in their head. They got Norris on their team and try to get in that guy's head and you're not going to win. It's just impossible. However, I feel like, I don't know, they sometimes lose it pitching wise. Obviously, Norris can come in whenever and he's going to shut down everyone. But yeah, if you get to Ty early, definitely you're gonna do well versus them.
That's. I mean, there is no weak link, but I mean, it's so much easier said than done. But I feel like the only way you can make them struggle is you got to beat them early. I think it's the only way because they just get in the groove and then and then hitting gets easy and then they just run through everybody.
I couldn't agree with you more about this idea of beating teams early and not necessarily often, but early in an event. I know that the few times we've beaten the enemy and or almost beaten the enemy in yard is because we've had them 9 a.m. pool play. You know, they're not as in tune. It's like as good as they are, they still need a couple of games to kind of get it into gear. And all of a sudden you look at game 3, you see Norris hitting another home run. You're like, oh, I guess they're ready. Good thing we had them at 9 a.m. and then you try to avoid them the rest of the day. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good teams in this event. I'm still kind of trying to learn a lot of these new teams because I've been out of the fast pitch game for a while now. Let's talk about one specific team that you guys probably know a lot about. Let's talk about the Phenoms now. Here's another really good team, right? I know that Toast is on the team, Pagano's on this team. Who else on this team that you think is could maybe make the Phenoms have a run for the national championship? Ben, we'll start with you.
Isn't Kayvon's on the team, right?
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah, Kayvon. If Kayvon's out there pitching as well as he can, you can definitely get past a lot of teams with ease. And he can throw a lot too. So I mean, they definitely got a good setup for winning it all.
No, he's got that tall lankiness going for him.
He got really like big over the winter, I guess, or during COVID. So I mean, yeah, I don't know how hard he's throwing. I haven't really seen him this year, but I'm sure he's throwing great.
Tim, what's your thoughts about the Phenoms?
I mean, I definitely think they're going to go far again. I think, honestly, Jordan's their key to success. The dude's an animal. Like, he just proved it again on Saturday, too. Like, I mean, he won top player of the year last year, and it doesn't look like he's slowing down. So, if he can perform at his best throughout the whole tournament and then have the aid of Pagano, Kayvon, and Toast, it's going to be a pretty tough team to beat for sure.
I agree. A lot of good players in the team. Red, your thoughts on the Phenoms and maybe who on their team is their big key to victory?
Well, I've had the pleasure of losing to them the last 2 years. So I would love to personally beat them. But no, I think they've been one arm short every year. Last year, I think they only went as a 3. Before that, I don't really think
they have Bryce Clark.
Yeah, and I mean he's not the you don't want him in. Yeah, he's not the greatest pitcher, I would say. But Kayvon's definitely a step up for them. I think also a big thing is going to be how's Toast's elbow after his UCL. I mean, I don't know how many games he can give, but Kayvon could probably supplement that. I feel like they've been one arm short every year because I think they're getting to the championship and everyone's gassed. Pagano's throwing 100 games. Jordan's throwing 100 games. I think that's all they really need, and I think they might have that in Kayvon.
I mean, I think that's a great point. I mean, who knows how many innings Toast can actually throw? I mean, I don't know. I feel like as a friend, I don't even want him throwing because I want him to take the whole year off and really rest his arm.
Same way, man. I don't want to see him re-injure himself.
Yeah,
it'll hurt.
Yeah, I'm saying that's an arm injury that we've all seen in baseball a million times. If you do it again, it's like that much harder to recover, and it's such already a debilitating spot, and you just you don't want to see that. But I mean, he claims rehab's been going really well. There's still another 3 or so months till we play, so who knows? Maybe he can at least maybe gas it up for a game at best. Maybe he'll pick one game that he'll try his hardest and then be like, that's it for the day. And I just hope he knows when to stop if he feels something or feels uncomfortable. Just like, hey, it's not worth a minute. It's just wiffle ball.
I think I'd blow out my UCL for a natty. I think I would do it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think it's a fair trade-off, man. If I'm right there and about to beat someone like C4, especially if I was them, I just lost to him the year before. Yeah, I think it's worth it.
If you heard the pop, would you keep going?
If the gas was still there,
that's what I did.
Red would keep going. He would not give that ball up.
There ain't no way you're taking it from me. I pulled my calf cramped up and I was begging them to leave me in the game.
When this weekend?
Red begged to stay in the game and gave up a solo bomb.
Yeah, that gave up that.
You live and learn, like we said. We'll make the right decision in October. So
yeah, and now if Red's got a cramp, you take him out. You don't let him bully you into keep staying in there.
I say we don't have an ego, but I let mine get in the way there, and it burnt us we were already losing, but it put us down 2-0. So it won't happen again.
Well, there you go. Well, sometimes it's not even ego. Sometimes you just I want to win this for my team. You're it's not even about you. You want to win for the team. Yeah. Go ahead, Ben. What are you saying?
Gamer mentality the kid's got. Just wants to keep playing. I love it. Yeah.
Well, there was no way I was talking him out of not playing on that field yesterday in yard. There was no.
There was zero chance.
Yeah. I was just trying to give lip service, so Rob thought I was like taking it seriously, and I'm like, no, Rob, he's right. We that's fine. he had that look of like, I'm gonna go out there, we're gonna beat the Widows, and what a sick game, 2-0 as well. Like, what a great game.
Yep.
So who knows? And Tim, you guys played really well yesterday, and as a 2-man, like it's probably really hard to play in that kind of heat as a 2-man.
Well, yeah, I mean, after playing Saturday too, that shit was brutal. Both of my feet right now are like one giant blister. Like I can't even walk. But it was fun as hell though. We hit better in fast pitch somehow, but I mean, it was still a great day. We started slow, but then just clicked. That's that twin shit.
There you go. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I can't even play as a 2 anymore. I get so tired, like just from, because you have to pitch so much more because, you don't have the third and you're like, and then it's hot and you feel like you drank 30 water bottles. You're like, I'm still thirsty. This is crazy.
Yeah. Don't drink all that water on an empty stomach either.
Oh, jeez.
Why does that result in good puking?
Yeah, we saw some of that Saturday. But
I was puking for a solid like 10, 15 minutes. Stan came over, was rubbing my back.
See, that's the team chemistry. That's the early team bonding we like to see in the middle of July. That's going to pay off in October, no doubt.
It will.
So,
sure.
So now, you guys, we have a week off for MAW, and I believe the next MAW event is the 25th of.
I think so, yeah.
I believe of July, right?
Wembley Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you guys gonna have a full squad for that, or what's the deal?
Oh yeah,
yes, sir.
Full squad.
Nice. There's supposed to be a lot of teams at that event as well. I heard.
I think they can go up to 20 because I think they can accommodate more than 3 fields there. So pretty much I would say for every extra field, Mid-Atlantic can get about 4 more teams because they run 14 with 3 fields. So I would assume they could go up to 18 with 4 and just obviously so forth and so forth.
Yeah, they do a really good job of staggering times and somehow getting everybody plenty of whiffs and getting it done on time. It's really impressive what they do.
It is.
Always ahead of schedule. Like I'm trying to I'm making videos for them and I'm planning out like where I'm going to film. And this shit's always ahead of schedule, it seems, at least in round robin. So yeah, it's pretty smooth.
That's good. That's a sign of a well-run tournament. And when you're ahead of the schedule, I think we were doing pretty good yesterday, except for that screwballs game and the end of pool play just took forever and put everyone in a sour mood. But and when you run a big tournament like that, the odds of that happening are pretty good. Whereas in these fast pitch events, I feel like they're pretty cut and dry, and they're boom, 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 and I think the mentality in MAW is it's not necessarily pool play, right? You have to win 2 to advance. So once you go 0-2, you're done. So right? Is that how it works?
Very
pretty much
margin of getting in. You need a lot of 3-0 teams, pretty much.
Gotcha.
It's very slim.
Nice. So Juggernauts expectations for MAW. I would assume that you guys want to win the MAW championship at the end of the year. But winning aside, what's one thing as a team you want to all get better at prior to October? Well, it could be like an individual, like maybe do you all want to get better pitching?
I think the one thing I would like to get better at is just, which we did real well yesterday, especially with the long ball. But say we have like bases loaded or first and second, first and third, we just have to get that big hit, just string shit together. And once we do that, we're rolling. We're unstoppable. So that's really what we got to do. Someone just has to step up when the time comes. So.
Yep.
Nice. Ben, what do you think? What's something that you or your team wants to really see improve between now and October?
Maybe more consistent hitting. Like Tim just said, we definitely improved on Saturday. We faced Whitener. We all were hitting pretty well. Tim and Ryan went back to back off him.
Nice.
Definitely just staying with that, keep rolling with that momentum. Hopefully we can do that throughout the rest of the season. But because, like I said, when one of us gets going, we all start to get going. So definitely just want to keep that up.
Red, what about you? What are you looking to improve the most upon, either individually?
I want to hit. I feel like if I can get up to par with how these guys are hitting, there's no way we can lose. After the first tournament, we said, all right, we need to get key hits. And then last tournament, we ended up putting up 31 runs in pool play. And then we were able to get 3 runs off Whitener. I I think it was the best tournament we've played. We ran into an equally hot team in Earl. Kenny Jr. was absolutely unconscious at the plate. Jordan was pitching his ass off, and we lost 2-1. And I thought we had him in the last inning. Tim led off with a huge bomb to start off the bottom of the 5th inning. I thought we had him right then and there. I got a little too aggressive, struck out. Stan got a single, and then Jordan was able to get the next 2 outs. But I mean, we were right there. I think it was overall our best tournament that we had so far.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really good. You want to always be improving. You know, as much as you want to hit your stride now, you obviously want to be hitting your stride in October when it really matters. But MAW does matter. You guys want to win, and that's really cool. You guys are a really good team on paper, and you're a really good team on the field as well. So I expect a lot of success from you this year. I wouldn't be surprised if you win 1, if not 2, of the remaining MAW events. And I think you're a legitimate contender to win the MAW title at the end of the year. So that's really exciting. And I would love to see Red wear one of those belts too. I know it was really disappointing. I wanted to see you jump in my pool with the belt on Saturday.
Did it, dude?
Dean Shorts on Twitter with that. It's gonna be perfect.
Well, next time if you win, we'll go to the beach. We'll run to the ocean. It'll be nice. It'll be even more appropriate.
Don't lose it.
Very true. All right, so listen, I want to thank you guys for being on the show. Before we go, I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, but over the weekend we've been doing raffles for all the teams that have registered for Wiffle. If you registered early, not only did you get a $50 discount by only having to pay $250 instead of the $300, you are eligible for these raffles. Now, this is not the big raffle with the moonshot or the personalized uniforms, but all of our, Golden Stick, MAW, a lot of other guys are donating and trying to get some really cool prize packages. This specific package, I wish I had a shirt with me, is from Tim Dean and Cedar City Park Wiffle in Texas. It's a set of T-shirts for the team. When we pick the team, I'm going to reach out to you and let you know, and you can choose sizes, and we'll go from there. Las Vegas won on Saturday. The Phenoms won yesterday, and could the Juggernauts be the first team to win on the live feed?
We gotta explode if it's us.
Oh, 100%. I want this bad. I'd never win Raffles.
Come on.
Oh, that was a blank one I had put in there.
Oh, the suspense.
I like that, right?
I just went up.
Let's go.
Oh, man.
Oh.
No. What was it? Was it another
Another repeat.
Oh, was it? Who was it? It was Phenoms or Wiffle?
It was Las Vegas Wifflers.
Oh, my God. They got the dice out there, man.
Here we go. Oh, you're not going to like this winner. The Midwest Monstars.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, they're good guys, but not you guys.
I'm just glad they're coming out. I can't wait. I want to see Yonkman throw some scuff. And I know another player, I think they got Sam Skibby, who's really good.
Is he playing with them?
Yeah, I know it's
Okay.
Yonkman and Skibby. I don't know the other two. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped to see them there.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see how they play with scuff balls, definitely.
I think Yonkman can really make a splash in the scuff ball. I think he'd be a top 5 player instantly.
Yeah,
Dude, there's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah, sorry.
There's a lot of guys.
I was gonna say I hear this Jonkman name all the time now. Everyone's raving about this kid, so he must be really good if you guys really all talk about him so much.
Yeah, he's a righty pitcher, bats lefty, throws absolute gas, and he hits with the yellow bat.
He's an NWA guy.
Toe to toe at NWA, 11 innings, and then Yonkman walked it off, and it was one hell of a game just to watch those two go at it. It was pretty much our best versus their best, and it was fun.
Where are they from specifically?
I'm not too Indiana, maybe.
Okay.
I want to say it's.
Hey, listen, the best part about this United Wiffle event, right, is this united aspect, right? Getting teams from all over the country to play, not just like old Golden Stick guys or old Fast Plastic guys. It's getting NWLA guys. It's getting BWBLA guys, right? Getting AWA, just getting anybody that plays fast pitch wiffle in any format to come play in this event. And I think it's going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to meeting all these new people. I love the fact that I'm going to meet wiffle ball players from all over the country. And I don't know, that just really excites me to grow the brand of wiffle ball. So super excited about that. Last thing, again, I want to thank you guys for being on the show, taking the time on this Monday night. One final thought, whether it's about MAW, whether it's about Golden Stick, whether it's about UF, whether it's about anything in general, the floor is yours. Ben, we'll start with you again. We're sorry we missed you yesterday at Golden Stick. Looking forward to seeing you guys this Sunday at Golden Stick. Your final thoughts?
I'm just ready to hit the ball. It doesn't matter where. I'm just excited to hit, man. Maybe pitch a little. We'll see.
Super. I'll tell you, I'm so motivated after that statement. Let me tell you, I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
You know what? Now knowing all, like we'll pull players will pull 10-run rule in the event this Sunday, and I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Although we face Anthony very well, so they should throw you instead of Anthony against us. So just letting.
I mean, hey, I'll throw you the knuckleball all day, food man.
Let's do it. I'm excited. I feel like I don't get a chance to face you, or even back on my old fast pitch days. Like I never faced Steffi. I feel like I never get a chance to face a lot of these, high end pitchers. And how am I supposed to get better if I can't face good pitching? I can't face Rob all the time. I can't face some of these other mediocre pitchers. Like I gotta face some good players. So hopefully we get to
Rob's
face.
better than mediocre. Come on now.
Oh please, Rob is terrible in yard. I mean, not to take anything from the new guys, but I mean, come on, giving up a walk-off home run against all these a bunch of rookies. Do better than that. Tim, yeah, what were you saying? No, Ben,
I don't know what I was saying.
No, yeah, you can go on.
Tim, final thoughts. MAW, any league, your excitement level, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I'm just ready to go, but I'm always ready to go. But I just want to say one thing, like, it was pretty fucking awesome on Saturday. We went as a 3-man at first. It was me, Red, and Ryan. And Stant showed up during our first playoff game. We stalled the game a little bit after what he went through all week. Showed up in his first at bat and got a huge triple to put us up 1-0. And it was just something magical. And all props to you, bro, because that shit gave me goosebumps. It was magical. And we just got to keep rolling with that. So huge shout out to you, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Yep, that was absolutely sickening. We said, "Come on up." He steps in the box versus Whitener and hits a triple first AB. Like it was sick.
Very Brett Favre-esque. Very nice.
Yes.
Well, that's actually really awesome to hear. Hopefully, we can see it on camera. That would be really cool. Red, your final thoughts moving forward.
If you're sitting there watching this and you're not playing, reach out to Food Man, reach out to Rob, the cooks. If you don't have a team, we sure as hell can help get you on a team. We can help make one. Get out, come play, see what it's all about, get some practice, and you will have fun no matter what. If you don't think you can win the whole tournament, set yourself a goal. Maybe go 2-1. Just make it into playoffs. Maybe make it to the final 16, final 8, whatever it is. Just come out and have some fun because it's going to be high-level wiffle ball. It's going to be sick. It's really going to be sick. And the camaraderie with all the guys, like, we're not all assholes. Like, it's just Connor. And
check Twitter today.
Connor is the low of the low. Like, we wouldn't work
so
with Connor.
Toxic.
And him and White are already fighting. Like, that's just Connor. We all hate him.
Well, I noticed he didn't really step foot on the field very much in the playoffs yesterday for Earl. So maybe
that'll be a game plan all season.
Yeah, love it. He is manager of the year, not player of the year for a reason. So I'll give you that.
Very true. I'm the yard manager, though. We all know that.
That's fair. Before we go, a special shout out to the remaining 2 members of the Juggernauts who were not on the show tonight. Tim's brother, Ryan McElrath, and Gino Joseph. So there's your 5-man team. There's your Juggernauts, folks. Your 2020 Juggernauts for you, Wiffle, and for MAW. For Ben, Tim, Red, thanks for being on the show. I'm your host, Anthony D'Uria. Again, you Wiffle registration is live. Early registration ends the 31st. I should know this because I run the league. Maybe 15th. I always forget. Early, just get it in. Get your team in. We want to get you in the raffle. We want to get as many teams as possible. We want to get up to 30. I think Lanigan set the over/under of teams at 31.5.
Going over 100% going
I would
over.
love for it to go over. That would be awesome.
I think it's going to be like 36.
That'd be crazy.
We might need 3 days now. We may have to play some games Friday night. Oh shit.
I'm thinking 30.
That would be so sick. All right, gentlemen. Listen, best of luck to you. Some of you I will see this Sunday in yard. Otherwise, I'll see you guys during the summer. Be safe, and thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
I appreciate it.
Don't go away when we're done. We're gonna have a little follow up, or what else? Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, and congrats to the Midwest Monstars for winning the raffle.
Yeah.